probably stop being nice to me if you want me to leave you alone.
What if I don't know how to be nice?
Well, then I might have to marry you.
Don't push it, Frank Cooper.
There must be a God.
Good evening. My name is Najir Chambers. I'm from Big Go Belt Media. Very excited to talk to you three today. Congratulations on the new film, She Taught Love, in select theaters and Hulu, September 27th. How you all doing today?
Thank you. Doing well.
How you doing, man? Good.
Good,
Like
good.
this green. That green is popping.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Hey, my brother, my brother Darrell over there. You from Silver Spring?
Yeah, where you from? Silver Spring?
I'm in the DMV, brother.
Come on, man. Where you
Come
at?
on, man. I knew something was special about this project.
Come on, man. We gotta let them Bama's know what it is.
All day. And you know what's interesting? I really, beyond connecting with the films and the plot and the themes, like the dialogue, I was just like, whoa, this is like way too close to like how I talk and how I relate. And even in the argument moments, I'm like, yeah, that's how I be going off too. I definitely want to ask you, was it always your intentions to be as genuine as pure to who you are, where you grew up from, and represent this area?
You know, it's so crazy. That's such an incredible question, because I remember because this is the first thing I've ever written.
Yep.
And I remember my brother is an incredible writer. And I look up to him, and I'm sort of like, wanting him to read my stuff. And I remember the first time I sent him just like a few pages of something I wrote. And the first thing he said to me, he was like, "You don't talk like this." And I was like, "Yeah, but if I kind of like talk how I talk, people won't like get me." And he was like, "Well, then make them understand you."
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. I ripped that up, and everything I'm right now, I'm like, cool, I got to put my voice into it and get my energy into it. So that's sort of like, this is a byproduct of that and everything else that I write.
Yeah, I consider me locked in. I mean, obviously a fan of you acting and so on, but consider me locked in for any other projects, man, that you're writing and hopefully directing too.
Yeah. I'm learning from one of the best right here.
Yes, sir. I'm coming right to you, Nate. First thing I want to talk about too is the aspect ratio of this. I see that it's 1-to-1. Not is that correct? Before I go any further.
No, it changes. It changes.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because just sometimes screeners and whatnot. Yeah. My thing about when you do the 1-to-1 ratio is always like there's like an emphasis to something. You're trying to get the viewers to lock in on particular things that are happening. Can you talk about the decisions when you do that, when you want folks to look at something or focus in on something, and then when you change it out throughout the duration of the film?
Absolutely. I always saw it being three worlds. It's like Molly's world, Frank's world, and then the world of LA, that we wanted to be a major character in this piece. So for me, we use three different aspect ratios. Frank before Molly, and then Frank and Molly together. So for me, it was, and then also the 1-to-1 ratio, we wanted to make a nod to, especially because Frank's character is an actor. We wanted to make a nod to like old Hollywood, the old love stories, old cinema. We do that through a lot of our music as well. So for me, it was, how can we tell this story in a fresh way without like having to do a bunch of major cuts and go warping through different wormholes in people's eyes and whatnot. It's like we can use basic filmmaking to tell something that's elegant, beautiful, classic, that feels modern,
Yeah. Arsema, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, queen. Amazing performance here.
Thank you.
Just the display of strength and vulnerability. And although I don't know you personally, but like you really, really feel like the transparency with this character. Can you talk about playing such a role such as this? And to the three of you all, I mean, this story is beautiful. It's moving. It's coming to age. It's unlike anything I've ever watched. It doesn't work unless you do what you do.
Facts. Say that again.
Can you talk about stepping into this role and taking us on this journey?
Yeah, I mean, we were actually just talking about like the self-tape I sent in. And when I first got the script, I was like, wow, Molly is really strong. And I was like, this is gonna be fucking hard to play. Sorry, excuse my language.
No, you could go for it.
Okay. I was like, this is gonna be hard to play. I'm not this closed off person. I don't have this strength. And I remember I was sitting at dinner with these guys, and the way that they described me to me, I was like, I've never seen myself in that way. I was like, and I get you, we all get like sometimes caught up in our own head of how we're perceived. And it's only until somebody can give you that secondary bird's eye view that you actually clock all three dimensions of yourself. So it was, I mean, stepping into the role was one of the best, most therapeutic experiences that I've ever had. Because I think for a lot, I mean, my career has just started, but there's been so much discussion about, and I see it in also the way that things are cast, that like brown, darker skinned women, we tend to be supporting a narrative that is not ours. And that is where our value comes in. We tend to be the comedic relief. And I thought that that would be my story for the next 20 years until one day somebody believes in me. And then to see and be next to these two men who saw it from the beginning, who crafted already something like this because they realize that there is such a visceral value in Black women and our narratives. It made it like one of the most generous and humbling experiences I've ever had. And it gave me such confidence and allowed me to really clock into my own value of self. And now it's just me hoping that every Black actress gets the same experience, because it shouldn't only be me, you know? We're all deserving of it just as much. So I think there is a radicalness that has become alive, and a gratefulness for everything that has happened this year.
That's so beautiful. Thank you for that. I have 1 minute left, and I just want to quickly ask, I know what I learned from this, and it's beautiful to hear what you've taken from this project. I'm curious about what you three. What do you want others to take from this once they check it out September 27th?
That it's okay to change, you know, and that love is worth persevering and chasing.
I love that.
That was good.
Yeah, on the
Ditto.
spot.
It's all right. No, I'm kidding. That was good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think I would say for me personally is to echo that beautiful, what Nate just said so beautifully, is just that that like it's okay to be vulnerable. You know, I think we've spoken a lot about like Black men and their vulnerability, and I've dealt with that. And it's something that I think it's okay to, like, you know, the strongest man in the world has cried many times. So I think, you know, I mean, I remember the first time I saw my stepfather cry, and I was like, oh, if he can cry, I can let it go, you know? And it wasn't until years after that that I finally let it go, you know? But yeah. And also that, like, again, just like that, like, Arsema's, like, we need more Arsemas. There are so many incredible, like, chocolate skinned, beautiful Black women who are never getting attention. And it is like, it is time for that to be done, you know? And I think that her leading this way, she's not only kicked the door down, like, she's blown the house up, you know? And now everybody can come, because if you watch this and you don't see like the biggest star in the world here, you're crazy. You're crazy. They're just crazy.
I really appreciate you three's time today. She Taught Love comes to select theaters. Better come to Silver Spring at the Majestic, I know. And you better
Come
show
on
up
now,
for
you know I'm bringing it home. You better be there when I bring it home, all right?
I will be
All
right
right.
there.
All
And
right.
Hulu September 22nd. I really 27th, excuse me. I really appreciate the time today.
Appreciate you,
Thank you.
King. Keep shining, man.
Absolutely.